Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed the music of the week. And now we are in the Teen Star segment, and today we have something different. We have an actor from KTN. You probably know her.
Huyo ndo mtu ananijua life yangu yote kabisa. Tumekuwa friends kutoka tuzaliwe. Hata mama zetu ni friends.
Usiniharibie siku saa hii.
Unajua hata kama alinidnap, si ati alikuwa na ubaya.
My name is Mwix Mutinda. I play the role of Zawadi on Baba Yao that airs on KTN Home. Yes.
So guys, mmesikia, this is Zawadi from Baba Yao. Na si Baba Yao ile ya Diamond, yani Baba Yao ya KTN. So make sure you watch Baba Yao. So Zawadi, I'm going to address you as Zawadi because that's how we all know you as.
Yes.
So what drew you in this career?
I have always been passionate about acting. I love art. Like I used to be a weird kid growing up. Like I used to do things in the house that people do not understand what it is. I was also clueless about it, you know, but I was really passionate about TV, about art, about acting. I was just watching things and I would be like, what? How do these people get on TV? What happens? How can I get there? How do they just manage to cry all of a sudden? You know, I was always curious about that when I was a kid. So growing up, the interest came as I kept on researching and asking questions. Then, yeah, I found myself here. Yes.
So what was like what really happened?
Yeah.
That you got here? You know, you weren't just sitting at home. Then you were told, you know, you have to do auditions and how they were.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, a lot of them. But first, my first experience in acting started from high school. We used to do French plays. And then we go for competitions, and then the first time I compete, I go for the competitions. I'm like, I was like the most promising actress in our province. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Certificates, okay, now let's see where it's going. So by the time I was clearing high school, I joined theatre. I started going to theatre for auditions. Auditions after auditions after auditions. And what? A lot of them, by the time you get a role, like the first time I got a call back, like, hey, you can come, we start rehearsing for a play. I was like, what? Are you for real? My heart stopped. Yani, it was exciting. So from theatre, you meet people, you meet now those actors you were seeing on TV, and you're like, okay, now what happens if I want to be in your program? They tell me, I'll let you know when we have auditions. So you start networking from there, you're called for auditions, you go try, you don't get it. You go home feeling all nasty and feeling like, oh man, I can't do this, but I love it. Now what do I do? But slowly, I started getting roles for extras in different programs. So you feature as an extra here, you just, like literally you're just wiping the frame, you just pass and go. People are doing their thing, they're shining, you just pass. That's it, you don't even have a name in it. But from there, slowly I started getting roles. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, I can tell by the way you talked that you are a good actor because, like, you've done this, you know, you're putting emotions into that.
Oh my!
And that's so nice, you know, guys. Most of you know hiyo. So, in acting, you know, people are told to pretend to be sad.
Yeah.
Unajifanya kama unalia. Can you are you able to do that? Like actually tears coming down.
Yes.
But not being real, just like acting.
Well, acting is real. Acting is real because as much as it's pretending, as people say, or lying, as people say, for me it is real because there's a script that is guiding you. So this script, it is a real story. It is something like the minute you give me a script and tell me, now we are going to shoot this, get ready. I forget who Mwix is, I'm just Zawadi. Now let's go to Zawadi's life, what is happening in Zawadi's life. Because there are things that would make Zawadi cry, Mwix cannot cry about them. You know, so you just forget about yourself at that moment, you get into the story. You get into the story and go with it.
Okay, no, so that's done.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to the serious questions. Who do you look up to in this industry? Here in Kenya or internationally?
Let me see. Well, Lupita is good. She's good. She's taken our industry, you know, to that level. She's won Oscars. I mean, who doesn't want to win Oscars? Hey, yeah. You know, but we also have a lot of brilliant actors who, even some of them have not featured on screen that much. They're just in theater, but they are really, really awesome. I admire them so much. So I don't want to mention names because if I forget one, I'll be in trouble. They'll be like, wait, I thought you admire me.
Okay.
You didn't mention me.
So let's leave the
Yeah.
locally part
Yeah.
blank.
Yes.
What about internationally now?
Well, internationally also have a couple of them. Those ones, they do not know me, so they won't catch my feelings. I love Denzel. I love Angelina Jolie. I love her. I love Taraji. I love Viola Davis. Oh, I love, what is the name of this guy?
Wait.
I need to get his name.
The one for Avengers. Everyone loves him.
Which one is that?
Captain America. Chris something.
Idris Elba.
Oh.
Idris Elba, isn't it?
Elba.
Yes, yeah, I love him too. Yeah.
Is it because of his accent?
Not really, not even accent. There's just something about him and the way he just gets into a character and disappears in it. Like the time they were doing this African story in Congo. What is that? Is it Blood Diamonds? I think so. Like he just sank in it, and he was talking like someone from Congo. He's like, oh, listen now, you boy, come here now, come. You're not listening when I'm talking to you. I'm like, what? How do you do that? You know, it's amazing. I love that. I admire that when someone just forgets about themselves and they get into the character and they convince you that's their life. Oh, goosebumps.
But mainly I think it's because of his accent.
Well,
you know, his British accent.
Well, somehow, of which sometimes it works for a lot of the roles that he gets. Yeah, and that I admire.
Okay.
Big time.
So I have another question for you.
Yeah.
You know, in your line of your work
Yeah.
or your career, what is the thing that you love most about it and why?
Wow, there are a lot of things that I love, but what I love most is being able to tell stories, to tell our stories. Because there's a lot that happens in our society and we don't talk about it. We don't get to address it the way we'd love to address it. Maybe some of the things are, you know, uncomfortable for you to just come and say, hey, you're not taking care of your kids, you're not taking care of your family, you're not doing 1, 2, 3. But then acting or art gives me that power to get into that situation and address that issue. I love it, yeah.
And now let's go to the opposite of that. What is the least thing the thing that you don't like?
What is it
this
that I
line
don't
of
like?
work?
What is it? Is it something I don't like? I love it. I love it. What I do not love is that sometimes what? Well, it is a lot of work. You know, that is the truth. It's a lot of work that sometimes you might find yourself thinking about it and asking yourself, am I sure I really want to do this? You know, it's a lot of work. There's a lot that has to be put in for the final product to be the way it is. Like, for example, people would watch, an episode is roughly between, let's say, 20 to 24 minutes at most. But then, for one episode to just be complete, it will take at least a day and a half. You know, so that is a lot of work. Like, you know, okay, let's go, take 1, take 2, take 1, take, okay, now hold, wait, sit there, wait, move, okay, back, now cut. You know, it's a lot of work. Yeah, that sometimes can be work. Yeah.
Who would you like, or who do you admire in Kenya or internationally? Wait, I know number 1 is Idris Elba.
Not really. Let me see. I don't know.
No, you have to know, like, you have to have someone. I mean, I know who I want.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
Who is my dream girl?
Who is your dream girl?
Georgia Smith.
Hey.
Georgia Smith is my dream girl. And if I was old enough,
Yeah.
like older,
Yeah.
Rihanna would be it, but
Rihanna.
she's too old now.
Yeah, she's a bit old.
Yeah.
She's
So
old.
now you have to have that someone like ukimwona tu hivi. Like Mel CV.
Who is that? Who is that? Eh, who do I crush on? Let me see. I think it's Denzel. I think.
So Denzel is your MCM.
I think so. I think so. I think he's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
So Denzel Washington, if you're going to watch this show, which I know you do, Zawadi hapa amekuja. So now moving to the next question. So what music do you prefer?
My kind of music is weird.
R&B,
No.
soul,
No.
reggae.
I love reggae music. Very much I love reggae music. I love bango music. You know bango music?
Bongo.
Bango.
Bango.
Not bongo, bango. Now bango is some music from coast.
Oh yeah.
Sung by
think
the
I
likes
know
of Mzee Ngala, Mzee Yusuf.
The ones for like Tarab.
It's sort of tarab, but the beat is stronger than tarab.
Yeah.
You know,
I
tarab
I
has
know
the
those.
but then this one is just like, it's like a poem they're reciting. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, as we wind up, I have
Yeah.
one last question for you. Let's say, for example, a person wants to follow in your footsteps.
Yeah.
What would you advise them to do?
Number one is, do not try to be someone. Be yourself. Like every time, anytime, be yourself. Don't do something because you want to be like so and so. Do it to be yourself, to be your better self. And in this industry, there are a lot of people who will come and ask you, hey, can I come into your program? Can I do what? I want to join acting. But what is your motive? Is it just about being seen on TV? Is it about money? What do you want? You have to know it. You have to know what you're going for, because if you don't know what you're going for, then, or if you go for the wrong reasons, then you won't go far. So know what you want and go for it. Be yourself. Yeah.
So before we finish, you know, people out here who might have further questions to ask you.
Yeah.
So you're going to give them your social media handles.
Yeah.
Na wale wacha kufollow mpaka sasa hivi. So yeah.
So nifuate kwenye social media. Follow me on social media. On Instagram, my handle is Muikilisha, @Muikilisha. Muit's Mutinda, but @Muikilisha. On Twitter, it's still @Muikilisha. On Facebook, my page is Muikilisha Zawadi Baba Yao. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure you go follow her and like her videos. You know, when you get some subscribe, but on YouTube.
Yeah.
So like her videos and all that. And this is the end of our Teenster segment. I hope you enjoyed. And in case you have a Teenster at home and you want them to be featured in our show, you're just going to send the links in our social media platforms, and we'll definitely give them a chance. And now, guys, we're going to go for a short commercial break. Do not go anywhere. Just stay there, because this is just the beginning.